Hey everybody, it's Tony George from DocSports.com. Right there, the place to be here on race day Monday, as we had a cancellation in the Talladega race yesterday due to an inclement weather and rain. So we are going to be able to give you a free pick today you can watch and win. It's going to be 109 degrees in Las Vegas today. And I will not be in the guitar lab shredding up the Ibanez or the Dimebag Darrell Dean guitar, but I will be on the couch in the AC watching the race. I was traveling back from Arizona yesterday, so couldn't give you a video update yesterday as I was in the middle of Prescott National Forest with my son, but with nothing, getting back to basics, which is good with the kiddos and family. But nonetheless, we have the ability now to give you a race pick today, so we'll give you a race pick at Talladega. Some unfortunate events yesterday, also not only the rain, but what happened in the garage with Bubba Wallace's stall in there. I'm sure you've all heard about it. If you haven't, I would think we'd be past that in society today. Apparently not, and that's disappointing. I hope they catch this culprit and just ban him for life, and him or her, whoever it may be, or people. But nonetheless, very, very unfortunate and disappointing to say the least, especially in the climate that we're in right now. But nonetheless, a quick weekend recap. We'll get right to it. We had a good weekend in the UFC, hitting a 7-unit top play on our card and cashing out our card in UFC on Saturday, which we needed after a couple of 1 and 2 efforts and some near misses. And near misses don't count, except in horseshoes, and this ain't horseshoes, this is gambling. So we had a nice little run there in the UFC, had a nice triple header on the PGA Tour and the RBC Heritage, which Webb Simpson won yesterday. I'm still watching some of that because I DVR'd it because I couldn't watch it. But nonetheless, we had on Saturday 2-1 card with the top pick hitting, and then Sunday we pushed. We had Ian Poulter, who always plays this tournament well. Always in the hunt, fits his game perfectly, and he tied with Matthew Fitzpatrick, who was his playing partner. We had him minus 110 over Fitzpatrick. I thought that would be a no-brainer, but they both fired a 68 and they pushed. So on to the Travelers Championship this week. Very tough golf course up in Connecticut. Going to be an interesting tournament, and we'll be ready for it. We're working on it right now as we speak. Also, some good news on the WNBA front. Have announced their season. I got a great WNBA handicapper here. We're going to have a strong showing this year in the WNBA. These write-ups that we'll be giving you will be some of the most detailed write-ups you've ever seen in the WNBA. And we'll have some previews out for you in the very near future here in the next 10 days or so, and you can kind of get a sampling of the depth that this staff capper has gone to, along with myself, to give you some of the best analysis and insights into the WNBA there is. So we're looking very much forward to that, and we'll keep you updated as that comes on here. So that being said, we're here for one reason only. The Talladega 500 is much like the Daytona 500 in that it's a little risky, more so than a lot of other tracks because of what they call, quote-unquote, the big one. And there's going to be some wreck outs here. There's going to be some big wrecks. There always is. There's no way of getting around it going 210 miles an hour, bumper to bumper, 4 inches off the ground, strapped to a rocket. And they go 3 and 4 wide in some of these turns, gunning for the race at the end. We have drivers that we know will sit back in the pack, be aggressive when they need to be. And but there's always that chance of a wreck out here, which is why we only have a 6-unit top play, a 4-unit, and a 3-unit. We spread it around, basically faded one driver in those matchups, which is our philosophy this week. And we're excited about that. And by the way, top picks are 10-1 the last 11 races of 6 units or more. And our 6-unit picks in NASCAR dating back to last year are 15-5. Documented. We're not blowing smoke up your butt. I don't think I need to tell you about our prowess here, but this is going to be a fun race to watch the entire time, and going to be some big-time super speedway racing here, and I sure am glad that I have the ability to watch it live today with the rest of you and do the watch and win thing. The one matchup that we really like is the number 12 car over the number 1 car, and that would be Ryan Blaney minus 145 over Kurt Busch, not Kyle, Kurt, in the monster car. We're going to go ahead and take Blaney here. He's had some great races this year. Been in the top 3 many times, top 5 many times. Strong car, strong race team, good driver. I'm just not sold on the 1 car on Kurt Busch this year. We've taken him a couple of times. He's got whipped, in our matchups there and on some of our multi-pick cards. But I think Blaney will get over him. I think this is a race that Blaney's going to contend right down to the very end. And word is, as always, he's got a strong engine. This is much more about drafting and laying back in the pack and being patient. Blaney's a little bit more of an aggressive driver and might run up front a lot, which can be a danger at times. But I like him over Kurt Busch today, minus the $140, $145. It's bounced around at a couple different outlets around that number. It's under 150. But that is going to be your free pick today from Talladega. Be sure and get over and get a triple header with one of the top NASCAR handicappers in the country right there at Doc Sports with a free $60 we'll give you if you've never been a member, and you can jump on board for that $30 race card today. Best of luck. Enjoy Talladega here on a rare Monday race, and we'll talk to you again on Tuesday.